And without
very good afternoon, delegates. I'm really privileged to have such a wonderful presence of all of you to this event. Today we are here not just for another product launch. I'm sure, like what is said just now, over last 8 decades of viewing TV, every decade we are evolving on technology. And where we have evolved in last 5 years, nobody would have imagined by now. And where we'll be in another 5 years' time, that is again something which none of us can comment today. But what we are going to launch today is definitely a disruptive technology. Here for the first time, we'll be going beyond TV. But before I start that, I'll give you a rundown on industry, how industry is moving. If I talk about industry already in 2014, you can see globally is 225 million units, and India is just 4% of global. With such a huge potential which we have in India in terms of population, this will definitely take us way beyond, because this is really expanding industry. When we talk about specifically different segments in this, although LED still stays major, but evolving technologies are definitely UHD and OLED. Although UHD last year has taken around 7.5%, but has a capacity to double up within this year. That is how this UHD platform is evolving in India. Further, on global level, if you see worldwide, we are around still a country which has a lot of potential in selling high-ends. Currently, the maximum portion which we sell in India is less than 32 inches. But going forward, definitely the major large screen sizes will play a very, very vital role in India. This, how industry is moving year after year, you will see currently this year, we are talking about almost above 26,000 crore rupees industry, and where we will have more than 10.5 million units of LED sales, which India market will comprise of. Now, this is all about industry. This is a product which once you put in your room will give you a totally immersive experience. This is for the first time. This is not just a real projection of a light. This is a product which will give you a real lifestyle experience. When I say lifestyle experience, this is a product which will give you a total experience. Here with amby light feature, what all you can do.
Authorized in television range with the amby light technology by Phillips. Let's have a huge round of applause for this new range. The Singh photographer who is recognized for his Kingfisher calendar shoots. The person best known for capturing. And now I'd like to take this opportunity to calling on stage the cute, the adorable Kashmiri actor who's known for his pivotal role in the movies like Kalyu, Gogwan and many others. The guy who stole heart millions of girls and finally tied up the knot with a Batauti princess. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for Kunal Khemu. Let's have a huge round of applause, please. Gave her debut with the Bollywood movie Ranvijay and many others. Today, she's here to sway upon your mind with her charm and beauty. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for Soha Ali Khan. At this moment, I would request Mr. Adil to kindly share his experience and vision, of course, about with the 4K technology.
Smart. The fact that this is a very smart television helps me because I'm on Twitter, I'm on Facebook. I like to take a lot of pictures, not as professionally as Sir here, but on our smart devices. And the kind of features that are already preloaded, the apps that are already preloaded on the TV are amazing. I'm a big fan of watching videos on the internet because I also have my own YouTube channel. And a lot of cool videos of people doing crazy things like that video that you just saw. That's one thing. The other thing that I'd like to do with my wife is we sit and we watch series and movies and to watch it on this has been amazing. And now I just want lesser time to work maybe so I can spend more time at home and spend time with this new friend of ours. And apart from that, I just think that the remote, you have other TVs. And when you want to, especially, I'm not going to smart feature, when you have to type in that IP address or the website, you have to go tuck, 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 tuck. The remote on this is so cool because it's like it's a keyboard on the other side. You don't have to point it in a certain angle which is uncomfortable. There's no yoga pose you're doing in front of your TV. You just sit there, you just type it comes there. It is amazing. It's made my life easier, smarter. See, now I have a one-on-one with the TV. Like we run up, I'm smarter, you're smarter, so it's great. And I just think the whole experience, I'm not going to talk about the amby light so much, yeah, because that is something, that's your job. It is the whole, I want to spend more time in front of my TV and being on the couch, as opposed to being that adrenaline junkie and adventurous person that everybody wants me to be. This TV is making me a couch potato, so yeah, it's that strong.
Honestly, why this television is amazing because it's Ultra HD, 4K and all that. But I know to a common man, if you're growing up, you don't really understand what this means. So I'm like, okay, UHD, Ultra HD, 1080p. I know what it is, but I really don't know what it is. What's amazing about this television? I remember growing up, I went with my father to buy a home theater system. तो मॉल में ले गए, तो वहाँ एक सोफा लगाया हुआ था, उसमें हमको बिठा दिया, सामने बड़ा टीवी था, सारे वो लगे हुए थे, उनका एक वो वीडियो चलता है, ATS surround sound का, so you feel wow, this is amazing sound, man, the airplane is coming from here, it's going there, I can hear the bullets like I'm being shot at, so like great, give me this thing, I'll take it home, I'll put it on my television, and boom, it's not working. Now I can't hear this airplane come from here, go from there, the bullets don't come. Then you realize, oh, acha, DTS recorded special tha, it was made in that particular way. So ever since that day, I kind of feel that, yeah, if you go to a showroom and you see something, no, it's obviously what they're playing and that's what's working. So like the afterglow video that you saw, actually in my case, I saw it later. Before I not seen this and then use the television. And like Atul said, we were lucky enough to get this 10 days ago. It was fixed, I wasn't there, and the first thing I did is I put out a film. And I watched it, and it was amazing because all the colors were so vibrant and nice, and it was exactly how they kind of showed me this afterglow video, which I later saw. And then obviously the ambient feature just takes it to another level, which is something that we're not going to talk about, because Soha's going to talk about it. I think that's what sets this television apart, because I mean a lot of other brands out there will say, okay, we've got 4K, we got 1080p, we got 3D. I don't think, I've never seen this ambient feature on any other television, which kind of stands out. Besides that, I love watching movies. I love watching 3D television a lot. And now on YouTube also there's a lot of 3D content that you can watch. And I've recently been told that there is an active 3D and passive 3D. Passive happens in the television, active happens in the glasses, set all that aside. When you watch 3D television on this TV, it's amazing. I mean, I remember Chota Chetan was the first film that I saw, and you kind of want to grab that review that comes out. We've come a long way from that, and it's just, I don't know how to define it. I mean, a lot of people don't like 3D. I love 3D, and I think this television does proper justice to what I want from my 3D television. It has a couple of features where you can actually make it kind of come towards you a little more. I mean, I don't know what it's called, but it works. Other than that, of gaming, I've realized a couple of games that I used to love to play, like God of War and car racing games. You know, especially God of War, you know, in those dark caves, the blacks kind of, you know, have a shadowy effect of it. The blacks always used to kind of stand out and not look real, and that's what would make it feel like it's an animated game that you're playing. But on this television, I've seen for the first time that the blacks are so well taken care of that you can actually look at the game and say, wow, it looks like you're playing a movie. And that's amazing. And even on the fast speed car games, you know, you're taking those pens and like going out and going up to there. It kind of shudders and you can feel there's something artificial about it. But this one doesn't. So I'm very happy with this television. Thank you, Phillips, for making us the selected few to kind of try this on. There are so many features in this that I haven't even tried as yet. I'm looking forward to seeing that. And yes, the amby light, which Soha will now tell you about, which is the best feature of this television.
First, we all just, there'll be a huge round of applause before the amby light. Alright? Yes.
I think now that the boys have told you all about the remarkable technological aspects of the new Philips Ambilight TV, I want to tell you about the drama, which is my favorite aspect, which is of course embedded in the name, the Ambilight feature, which all of them were forbidden from telling you about because I wanted, when you're the last person to speak after three people, often you have nothing left to say. So that's why. I do love it. When they first told us that they were going to give us this television so we could try out the Ambilight feature, I thought that it obviously must be some kind of ambient lighting that will be part of the television. And it'll be pretty, but I didn't realize how impactful it would actually be. And I think when Kunal was telling you about surround sound, that's the best analogy because it's really like surround color. It's not just creating a little bit of ambient lighting. The colors on the screen spill over and they're projected onto your ceiling and onto your walls. Like Ranvijay said, that actually makes your TV screen then seem bigger. The content on your screen is no longer confined just to that television set. It actually becomes a part of your room. And because you're in that room, it becomes a truly immersive experience, like we talk about watching a film and feeling like you're part of it. So for example, one of the channels we love watching is Nat Geo. So we watch a lot of these wildlife videos and they're beautiful, you know, they were telling you about the northern lights before. If you see this on this particular Philips Ambilight television, you will feel like you're there. For some reason, the colors seem even more vivid often than what we see with the naked eye. So it is beautiful. And one of the things I struggle with, and I'm sure that everyone does as well, when you're watching television at home and you want to watch a movie, I want to create the right ambience, I want to create the right atmosphere, and I'm always fiddling, I'm always turning lights on and off. Sometimes it's too dark, sometimes it's too bright. And then of course when I'm watching TV with my mother, her main concern is, okay, your eyes will go bad, and it's, you must have some lights on because otherwise you strain your eyes. I often like to watch TV in complete pitch dark, which is bad for your eyes as well. So this has actually solved that problem because we just turn all the lights off and the Ambilight works for you. So it is a smart TV and it creates the right kind of ambient lighting for whatever content. You can choose from vivid to natural to movie, depending on what you're watching or what time of the day it is. So that's wonderful. And it is less straining on the eyes. You don't get a headache as often. Sometimes you do when you're watching TV. And what's lovely about this particular television as well is that when you turn off the TV, it doesn't automatically go off with a chatka. It's not jarring to the eye. The ambient lighting, the ambient light goes off slowly and gradually and like a dimming effect. So that's also good for the eyes. In fact, sometimes we've done this when we've been at home in the past week. You just have the TV on standby and the ambient lighting on itself, which is a sort of lounge light.
I'm excited about my
This is the coolest actually. If you want to create the right decor in your house, then you can just put on the ambient lighting. You can select, have this sort of lava, reddish color, they have blue, which is aqua. You can use your phone, you can get an app on your phone and actually create the right kind of mood that you want. I'm super excited by this actually because we have recently, of course, moved into this house together quite recently, and so we're still doing it up. So it's lovely. And I want to say one more thing, which is, again, I think what's intelligent about this television, is that if you are seriously challenged, like I am sometimes when it comes to decor, all you have to do, they have something whereby you put in the color of your wall, and the ambilight will actually adjust itself to the color of your wall. So you don't even have to think that much. So for example, we have a dark brown wall, which our TV is mounted on at the moment. It will adjust and it will create the best lighting for that particular decor. And how everyone says ultra slim TVs just blend in naturally with your home aesthetic and you feel like it's not there. I actually, and I'm very stubborn, want to change the aesthetic of the house to fit the TV, because I feel that that dark brown mounting is not suitable and a white wall will be better, because then the lights will spill over seamlessly and it will truly be a beautiful experience. So something that I never thought of before, to change the decor of my house to suit a television set, is something that very inspiring. You see, wow, wow.
You know what I'm going to do? Next time I'm going to have a party, I'm going to say, maybe all of that is okay. Just before the party, I'm going to call Soha, एक बार घर आ जाओ, please हमारा ना पूरा ambience set करके जाओ, because the way she's described the ambience, it's great that we did.
Don't you want to be the right movie house?
Look at it differently.
I actually want to not watch it, but just have these seconds of the ambient and just keep watching
It is a lounge night kind of mode.
All you need now are the smart bulbs, which then sync with your TV, and then the whole house is there.
And I don't think those are available yet, but they will be soon. They're called Hue bulbs, and they have a router. You can connect it to your Wi-Fi, and they will react the same way ambilight does. So if there's pinks and greens on your screen, your whole room will become pink and green.
In the middle of this, you have to watch some TV.
Yeah. Actually, that's the other thing. Like what Kunal was saying, that when you see this video, that they, we all saw the afterglow. I think ये video तो इन्होंने TV के लिए इस TV के लिए बनाया. मैं ना कोई और video देखूँ this way. And it's the same thing that happened to all of us. And I'm very like I like my phone to be connected to the TV. Like as soon as I come home, switch on, screen reading. So now everything I've done throughout the day, the mails and all, they're not in a phone. You can see on a 65-inch screen. So all of these things put together. Of course, the fact that everybody's coming home is coming like, oh, it's like that, and then they see the light. It's amazing. So
that's true. I was watching the World Cup finals at home, and his friend walked in, and he actually wanted to try and hug the television. He said, I couldn't go to the stadium, but I feel like I'm here. This is so big, I can't even put my arms around it. He actually hugged the television because you actually feel that, like, it's an immersive experience. You feel like you're watching the game. I mean, it has to be 65-inch, and I think we're very close to the television. We should sit a little far away from it. You actually feel that you're on the field.
I think the light also makes it bigger. It just doesn't look like 65. It looks like it's like you're in a hall. And the light gives the depth, because every time something on screen changes, if it's a red rose, that part of the screen is red, but the sky is still blue and that light is blue. So you're like, okay, this whole there's a lot of depth even outside of it. Some of the Phillips employees are like, you know, हमसे ज़्यादा पता है. Because we're the first ones to use it.
And we take our television watching very seriously. No, we have to say, I do want to congratulate Phillips. I think it's a wonderful TV, and thank you for giving us a chance to be the first ones to use it in the country. And we're very excited for all of you out there who haven't experienced it yet, because now you can buy these TVs and you can experience it for yourself.
Thank you, Soha. Thank you, Ranvijay. So, delegates, idea of this presentation was actually to launch a product by a consumer. This is for the first time, I think, we have taken this route. These people have used our product for 1 week. So the output which they are giving, although I have a product presentation over here and how product is figuring globally, but I am still figuring out what is the feature which is left which I am supposed to show over here. Because they have covered almost everything. And that's really, again, the point which I want to emphasize is what Soha has talked about. 4K, smart, 3D, every TV, most of the TVs have. But this is a lifestyle product. The moment you will have it in your room, you are not only viewing TV. TV becomes part of your whole room because it is adaptive to your walls, it changes your mood, and the way you view TV would be really immersive. You will find it part of your entire arena which you can create in your room. how this product is doing globally. I have a colleague of mine, Koos Decker, who's over here. So you have heard from consumer. Here is Koos Decker, who's my global colleague, and he will tell you how this is figuring out globally.
I'm really honored and excited to be here today. Phillips, as you know, has launched its new brand slogan, Innovation in Your Lives. This is so much fitting the innovation in you. You means innovation not for the sake of technology, but really meaningful for the user. The you is so important in that. Now, I'm from Philips, the brand team in the Netherlands. We have a long partnership already with PE, where they manage the Philips TVs in India for us. And this is again an excellent proof point how well they do that. In Europe, where we have amby already quite some years, the technology was introduced some years ago. I'm using it myself, and really once you get used to it, you don't want to be without it. It gives you such a much better and deeper movie experience, or looking through, watching documentary with nature movies. Fantastic to see that, how the green is visible in your whole room, or when you look through oceanic shots, suddenly your whole room is an ocean with beautiful fishes around. So that is an experience that I and my family already. And you see it also in the market in Europe. Already, it's a uniquely patented invention for Philips TV only, but in the Philips TV sales, it's already growing to more than 30% in share in the sales in Europe. So people really love it and don't want to get rid of it. So I really thank our partner, our brand partner, PE, for bringing this down to the India market. Thank you.
अरे यार चलो
ये मोबाइल 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 ये चाइना मोबाइल 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 हेलो मोबाइल ये बेटा है उसको करो बैठो
खड़े हाथ बांध गए थे
तो मैंने अब क्या बच्चे की जान समझे
यार बोला लेकिन वो लोग नहीं कर रहे थे क्या करें
How innovative are you with your work, etc.?
भाई बोलो भाई
I don't know about Atul, because every day of his life is innovating. The kind of photographs that he takes, as an artist, you do it every day. You can't do the same photograph ever again, in a way. Yeah?
think the nice thing is like no 2 days are alike in my job, which is why I think there's very high level of interest. Because even if you shoot somebody for the 100th time, you will be sure it's a different experience. They're having a good day, they're having a bad day, whatever it is. So for me, change is constant. Change is absolute. If you don't change, you perish. So if my portfolio looked like it was all shot in the period of 1 week, then I wouldn't last very long. So to me, that's really. Obviously, one thing I didn't say is, growing up, this was the one big foreign brand that existed in our country at that time. So like for me, like growing up, Phillips was always an aspirational brand in the country, and of course, country opened a lot of other brands. So really happy, to see a brand I've genuinely had respect for as a child. Up there in the forefront of technology, as it's always been, and I hope the spotlight is on them because this is a magnificent product. I hope that answers your question.
Bias now. On that, I think innovation-wise, the way Phillips has gone about getting us on board is very innovative. Because they didn't call us and say, hey, this is the TV, these are the features, blah, blah, blah. They just gave us the TV. They said, you experience it. And I think that, kudos to the team who thought about that. Because we didn't have to be briefed. What I liked about the TV, I told him this, okay, just say this. What he liked. So I think innovation is not just in the brand, it's also kind of filtered on to people who are working for the brand. For us as an actor or as a host of any show, if I do the same thing, I wouldn't last for now 12 years. Like he said, if you do a portfolio that looks like you shot in a week. So it's part of who we are, and especially being in a field that is creative, is known for its entertainment and creativeness. We have to do it on a day-to-day basis. Ambulance, so.
You said, just to answer the question, I think as an actor, one constantly has to reinvent themselves according to the character that you're playing. So I find that my line of work is by nature innovative. And every time you sign on to a film, you have to slip into that character, learn the various body language or accent or something. For example, I made a Sardani earlier in the year. Now I'm playing a psychiatrist. So it's interesting. That's what I love about the most as well. Constant innovation.
Hello. Yeah, my name is. This is Ariman Raj. This is for Mr. Sethi. Yeah, to your right. Yeah, this side. We've heard a lot about Ambilight, but unfortunately, so far we haven't got a demonstration of how this Ambilight will look to an audience.
Okay, that is a product over there for the audience, and in fact we have a complete product presentation also, how it will look, how it will change your room ambience.
Yeah, but it's not happened till now, so if at all we get something where you say you're watching a movie and this is how your room transforms, that makes it more effective.
You can definitely have a look at Ambilight feature and how it functions over there, but we are not able to create complete room ambience over here. So what we were trying to tell you, that this TV get connected to number one lights in your room, and that kind of an effect which then TV creates along with this Ambilight behind the wall where it is installed is altogether a different experience. So what we'll do immediately after this, we'll make a product demonstration. Right now I'll keep this question reserved for you. Then we'll run you through the presentation as well as the product feature.
Thank you.
Will that serve?
Thank you.
Hello. Good afternoon to all. This is Raj, member of the press. This is Soha Ali Khan. I'd like to ask you, what does TV as a medium mean to you?
You asked here, I don't know how many people were backstage, how many of you put your hands up when they asked who doesn't have a TV. So I think everyone does have a TV, especially if it's a developing country like India. It's not only a means of getting information, it's also just a form of entertainment. And because we work in the entertainment industry, for me it's life. The work that I do is showcased on television screens, and I have to say that I am friends with more TV characters than I am with real people. So I met TV actors I've never met as well, through movies that I see and television shows that I watch that come from all over the world. Those are the people that I interact with more the people that I interact with sometimes on a daily basis. So, I mean, it's a very important part of my life.
Hi, this is Sohail. My question is to Kunal and Soha. We're talking about smart TV, big screens. Do you feel like watching movies has become very good on these screens? So, piracy जो होगा film का, that will be more encouraging, you feel?
I think that's great that you said that, because if you have seen pirated prints recently, very bad. These are 1080p, HD, 4K televisions. If you put a pirated print of these, you will not see anything, because it's just pixelated. So I think, in a way, it's great to find piracy. Everybody should have a 4K or a 1080p television, and especially like this, because you cannot basically enjoy the sound or the picture. So I don't think it has anything to do with piracy. Only if you buy genuine products, then you will enjoy it a lot more. So that's all I can say.
We're talking about 3D television actually, but there are very few films which are being made in 3D in India. What I have to say about how effective this television set would be?
Well, like I said, there's a lot of content online, and because this is a smart TV, you can go online to YouTube. YouTube has a dedicated channel for 3D videos which you can watch. Yes, there are a lot of films. I mean, in the West, there are a lot of films that get made in 3D, and then it also converts 2D into 3D. It may not be as amazing as a film that's shot in 3D, but you can definitely enjoy and see the difference when you convert normal 2D into 3D.
Kunal, Soha here. Thank you. Who has a greater control over remote at home?
I will show this to you.
I would like to say that I do, but I give the sense that I don't, because I'm very wise.
Wow. Okay, this TV is a TV that kids, someone would recommend kids to watch, it's good for kids. So when do we see a junior Soha or a junior Kunal coming here and seeing this movie?
These are obviously personal questions with very tenuous links to the product. One at a time, we're enjoying the new addition to our home at the moment is just Phillips Ambilight.
Well, let's shift from questions for family planning to questions.
Hi, this is Jayesh from Digit, and I have a question for Neeraj and who's on the stage. So, someone in the press just asked about 3D content. My specific question is about 4K UHD content, because right now in India at least, I've only seen 2 set-top box manufacturers announce 4K content, and even the prevalence of HD content is not that great. So if you could just comment, Neeraj, you from the India perspective and who's from the global perspective, the adoption of 4K UHD content, and what do you guys see in the pipeline?
Yeah, from India perspective, if you go back 1 year, from standard definition to high definition, now we have almost 40 channels which are on high definition. This is a shift which has happened in just less than a year's time. So, shift from high definition to ultra high definition or 4K. There is transmission which has already started by Videocon D2H, Tata Sky, and this year during World Cup, India matches were relayed on 4K. The moment World Cup is over, these 2 channels will be definitely streaming good English movies and other 4K content. But going across the platform will take some time, I fully agree, because there are bandwidth challenges. But technology has to evolve, and I am very, very positive next 12 months, you will find loads of 4K content across the channels in India also. From global perspective, maybe who's can do it.
We recognize it's going slow, but it's about content streamed to the houses. But for example, movie cameras, there's no camera without 4K anymore. You show it in the best quality that you record, but you need a 4K TV. Same, of course, online providers like Netflix. They are step by step providing now in the North American market, in Europe, the 4K content, and I'm confident that it will also further grow in the India market there. And last but not least, when you have photos from your high resolution cameras, it looks fantastic on your TV with 4K there. So there's a lot of applications there. Last but not least, this product also comes with fantastic upscaling technologies, and even when the content is standard HD, it upscales to 4K in a fantastic manner. So it really already gives you that perception.
in dinner. जैसे अब कुणाल और मैं जब खाना खाते समय भी टीवी देखते हैं, बचपन में अलाउड नहीं था. I don't know if that's good or not. But we would watch, of course. When we watched OTT, there was only Doordarshan, his Tower, and there was a lot more channels that were available. I always like watching murder mysteries, detective stories. जो कि अम्मा दिल्ली में और मैं मुंबई में हम दोनों साथ देखते हैं, even though we're in different places. And cricket, of course, जैसे कि when we were young, we watched a lot of cricket on TV, and I think Kunal and I were perhaps the only people, and Atul and Ranvijay, to see the World Cup final on this lovely new television screen as well. There's lots of TV. Very well.
सवाल है थोड़ा सा टॉपिक से हटकर है. हम सभी लोग स्पोर्ट्स से जुड़े हुए हैं. गोल्ड मेडलिस्ट बॉक्सर है जिसका नाम है ऋषभ मित्तल. उसे अपनी स्कूल की फीस भरने के लिए मेड का काम करना पड़ रहा है. तो इस चीज को आप लोग ऐसे सेलिब्रिटी कैसे देखते हैं? सभी का एक रिएक्शन.
बुरा लगता है बहुत, क्योंकि डेफिनेटली हम भी जब फिल्में प्रमोट करते हैं, सब लोग पूछते हैं कि आपकी फिल्म IPL के टाइम आ रही है, तो हमारे देश में रिलीजन सिर्फ क्रिकेट और फिल्म है. बहुत ही अनफॉर्चुनेट है कि बहुत सारे अलग अलग स्पोर्ट्समैन हैं जो हमें ये सवाल हमेशा पूछते हैं कि यार हमारा देश इतना बड़ा है, इतनी बड़ी आबादी है, फिर भी हम ओलंपिक में गोल्ड मेडल नहीं ला पाते, या हमारे 11 खिलाड़ी ऐसे नहीं है जो फुटबॉल जीत सके. सबसे बड़ी आबादी वाला देश है, और उसी वक्त सब लोग ये भी कहते हैं हाँ लेकिन इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर नहीं है, लोगों को सपोर्ट नहीं करता. सो डेफिनेटली एज अ थर्ड पर्सन अभी जब मैं ये बात सुनता हूँ तो मुझे बहुत दुख होता है. लेकिन क्या कर सकते हैं हम लोग? आई थिंक धीरे धीरे लोगों ने कबड्डी को अभी जैसे वो IPL की तरह कबड्डी के लिए उन्होंने किया, फुटबॉल के लिए किया, बैडमिंटन now thanks to Saina Nehwal and Jwala, that's taken kind of people at least know about the sport, they watch it more, at least prime time पे कभी कभी उसको लाइव दिखाया जाता है जो पहले नहीं दिखाया जाता था. Recently मैंने वो I don't know if it was true or not, but बहुत बुरा लगा वो फोटोग्राफ देख के जब the women's कबड्डी तो जब वो वर्ल्ड कप हो रहा था और those girls were with the kabaddi world cup waiting for a rickshaw to pick them up. So it's heartbreaking, and I really I don't know how to fix it, but I really hope that we figure out a way to at least encourage them and at least give them a way of life where they can dedicate complete time to playing the sport and bringing glory to our country, as opposed to not being able to play or represent the country because there's no financial aid available.
Can I say something? Just on a completely personal note, true story, and you can check this if you want. Long before anybody had heard of MC Mary Kom, I would ask anybody, do you know who MC Mary Kom is? And nobody had any idea who MC Mary Kom was. Okay? 4-time world champion. So friends of mine abroad would tell me, you don't know of this boxer. When she goes to a stadium, people are shouting her name, non-Indians, because no Indians were watching, going, Mary, Mary. And this was somebody who was 4-time world champion at that point in time. I asked a couple of movie stars, why did we call her down? I asked a friend of mine who owns an automobile company, why did you give her, a really nice car or something, because she lives in Manipur. Nobody moved, nobody reacted. Finally, when she won the 5th World Cup, her 5th World Championship, with no agenda whatsoever. We do not represent her, but my company doesn't. At no point have we tried to, with zero agenda. We wrote a personal check of 2.5 lakhs. I had to work very hard to find out where she lived and what her bank account was. I sent her the money with no agenda, saying, listen, have a beer, or lots of them. Thank you for doing what you're doing, even if anyone didn't. Send me this person's contact details and we'll do something. Okay, so I'm saying before anyone knew who she was, I think we'll do something. And I'm not telling you this out of anything. If you feel anything for it, I've been a sportsman my whole life. I'm obsessed about sports. That's all I mostly watch on television. The worth of a country and the worth of its people is often measured by the amount of precious metal its athletes bring home. Okay? And to me, that is vitally important. I think it's important that corporates recognize this as well, and we help our people. Because if you look at yourself, if you go to America, everybody is really super proud about being American. And apart from everything else that the country has, lots of countries like this, okay, the sense of pride and value comes in from the precious metal its athletes bring home. You look at China differently today because of the number of gold medals they win. And I sincerely believe this. And we've done this by example. You don't have to write about this. I'm just telling you this, that we've done this on our own with zero agenda. We still don't represent Mary Kom. Okay, so this is completely without any thing at all. And I think more people should. That's it.
Thank you so much. With this, we end the event. I request everybody to kindly
No, not really. You know, honestly, like I said, when I saw the television and when we used all of the functions that this has, is this better? No, this one. We actually love the television and we really want to keep it. In fact, the question is that will we be able to change the television if ever? Because we are so used to this new ambilight feature that it has now, and it's so immersive and it's actually addictive. And Philips is the only brand that makes this. So I'm definitely going to keep it.
So my problem is different. My problem is that I have only one of these TVs. The other room doesn't have this one. Now nobody's watching that TV at home. So it's not like when I'm watching an NBA match, somebody wants to watch, they also come on this TV. So that's the problem. So I think everybody in the house now wants this TV, which is the problem. Because it's so nice. Because it really, the experience of viewing a match, or playing a game, everything becomes amazing. So मेरा ये झंझट है, तुम्हारे पास तो
तुम्हारे पास दो है,
तुम्हारे पास दो है, मेरे पास एक ही है।
आपका एक्सपीरियंस कैसा है सर फिलिप्स के?
बहुत ही अच्छा एक्सपीरियंस रहा। स्पेशल जो फीचर है इसका ना एम्बीलाइट फीचर, इट्स लाइक सराउंड साउंड हम सबको मालूम है, दिस इज लाइक सराउंड कलर। तो जो कंटेंट है टीवी का, इट्स नॉट कन्फाइंड टू द बाउंड्रीज ऑफ द टीवी, इट स्पिल्स ऑन टू द वॉल्स, ऑन द सीलिंग एंड गिव्स यू दैट इमर्सिव एक्सपीरियंस, जैसे आपको ऐसे फील होता है कि आप वो पिक्चर के अंदर ही हैं।
बोलने को 65 है पर है about 85-90।
That's true. So it looks, the TV screen looks even larger than it is. I think it's fantastic. It's beautiful and it really adds a lot to the decor and the atmosphere of the house.
Right. Also, a reaction from the three of you all request individually. The state court has recently passed a judgment saying that with the beef ban, there's also going to be a meat ban in the state.
What ban?
Meat
No,
ban.
they were
You're
saying,
kidding.
you're being sensationalist. That's not true. They said they were considering perhaps including goats, but perhaps not. They do not want it to be a vegetarian state at all. Of course, I certainly believe that the state should not control what we eat and what we don't eat, but that's my personal take on things.
Same here, same here. A lot of people have preferences, or we talk about sports in one breath, in the other. If you stop, there are a lot of kids, a lot of athletes who are not vegetarians depend on this kind of food to represent our country, to become better sportsmen. It's part of nutrition. It's not a fad to eat a certain kind of meat, it's not a fad. It's part of their diets. It was. Suddenly you're taking it away. Now they're, so they have to fend for themselves. They have to look at tofu and paneer. So for me, definitely it'll be sad.
Kunal, something from your...
It's the same thing. I mean, like he said, it's not that you were born into a family, and if the family has a diet and meat and poultry is a part of that, then as a kid you get used to eating that. When you become old enough, then it's your choice. If you really don't want to eat it, you don't eat it. But like he said, some people, I mean, if you cannot afford the other, like he said, the tofu replacement for protein, and you're training to be an athlete or a bodybuilder, for example, then those people go and do those drugs, which are really bad for them. So I think it's a personal choice, and you cannot enforce that choice onto somebody.
I think if you want to advocate vegetarianism, or if you're concerned about animal slaughter or the welfare of animals, the idea is to educate people and let them make their own informed choices. You can't impose a ban.
Talk about that. Talk about, okay, what are the benefits of being a vegetarian? A vegetarian, you can't start banning stuff, because I can't understand that we are not the safest country in the world. We are not a developed country. There are so many other things that you should be looking at. Make this the safest state in the country. Why are you banning meat? So I think the focus is at different things, and this is not even making sense. It doesn't make a person a better person by not eating meat. Is that true? It's not. So I just think if that happens, it will be very sad.
Thank you. आपको दादा साहब फाल्के अवार्ड से नवाजा गया। अगर आप अपनी कमेंट कुछ देना चाहें उनके बारे में।
बहुत बधाइयाँ देंगे, बहुत ही इतने टैलेंटेड एक्टर है। It's great that he's getting this recognition. So all the best and congratulations.
Because he's a legend, और उनको तो मिला है, तो हम सबको खुशी हो रही है as way super juniors. We are just looking at it and we're really happy that he's been awarded that. You must have some stories, because I guess...
Because I'm so old.
No, because your mum must have worked with him or something, so you must
No,
have
of course, I think Amma has worked with him as well, certainly, but I'm a huge fan of Rishi Kapoor. I've recently started following him on Twitter. I think he's really funny and so modest as well. What? What did you say? So, many congratulations.